Insurance Company. Property and casualty products are offered through Oklahoma Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance and affiliated companies.
We're not talking about punching a time clock and working 9 to 5. We're talking about working around the clock, rain or shine, hot or cold, because crops and animals won't wait. Jimmy knows all about it because he lives it. And Jimmy knows what you're going through because he goes through it too. He's here to talk about it. It's seed and feed, chemicals and compost, vaccinations and irrigation. It's time for Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
Hey, good day to all you great stewards of the land. It is the Day in Ag with Jimmy Clark, brought to you by First National Bank and Trust of Elk City in Sarah, America. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. Let's get into it. What do you want to talk about first? Hot temperatures or importing beef? Let's start out with the temperatures. Man, Altus, Mangum, 105. Cheyenne, home of Cash Daddy, 99, 94, the wannabe famous home of Jeremiah Campbell, Arnett. 89 at Boise City. Who's 85 here? 85 at Medford, 92 at Fairview. Out here in the panhandle of Texas, we got 94 at Lipscomb, 101 at Dozer, 100 at Wellington, and 103 at Odell. Childress, you're at 102. It's hot, man. It is, looking at the 2-week forecast, it does not look bueno. I'm sorry. I don't have any good news to bring you. Hopefully some pop-up showers pop up over the right people. I don't know. It is not looking good. So anyway, anything exciting going on at my place over the weekend? No, not really. Just a little bit of irrigation going on with some side rows on some sesame, and I want to discuss something, though, with you. I just thought of it when I was thinking about water. So, we got a lot going on with the rural water districts. Be sure and check with your own rural water district on watering outside and all this other stuff. Make sure and check on that. But probably 4 different people in the last week have shot me either Snapchats or videos, text message, whatever, on quail in their yard. And yes, there is a trend there with quail. You're watering your yard, your garden, whatever, and they're going to hang out where there's some dew at. That's all they need. They need some dew. And I got my sprinkler on at my house. It's running on about as low as it can without turning. And yesterday or day before Saturday, I looked outside and it was about 30 quails there, from babies all the way up to mamas and daddies, out there just drinking water and flapping their wings in the deal, getting the dust off of them and stuff. So it does work. I don't recommend this if you're on rural water districts, water lines. But if you got well at home and you don't have low water right now, just run your sprinklers. It's good for all wildlife. Road runners are coming in. I've seen red birds, all kinds of birds in there. Just give them a little bit of water. That's all they're needing because we don't have a lot. One of my friends, Dr. Kobe Roberts, he posted some pictures on Facebook last night, and I cannot believe that there's water in the salt. Let's see, what is that? Is that what's the one north of Mangum? My brain just went dead. Not the North Fork, the one in between it and the Salt Fork. But anyway, I can't believe there's water there because there's no water in the river there by my house. So, man, it's just dry. And I've talked about this a couple times in the last couple of weeks, and I want to reiterate this because I got a message from Beckham County FSA. And let me find it here real quick. There we go. Oh, watch your ponds. Folks are starting to lose calves because of the blue-green algae. They say if a calf drinks 1 quart of it, it can kill them. This producer's pond was cleared 2 days ago, and today it looks like this, and he's lost 4 calves. Also, if anybody or anyone loses any, they need to be sure and get pictures of the animal, the pond, have the water tested, and get all that along with the beginning inventory ASAP if you want the FSA to help you out on that. And this pond looks terrible. It's low, but it's not just terribly low. There's still quite a bit of water over there, but it turned and got the algae in there. And so make sure you check your ponds every day, guys, ladies, kids, whatever. Check your ponds out pretty good. Man, that's pretty bad. He lost 4 calves. And so just updating you on that stuff. And what else is going on? Nothing. All right. So, all right, let's see what happened overnight in our big world of agriculture, because we got a lot to talk about, especially with cattle today and prices. Corn futures surged in overnight trading after scouts on the Pro Farmer Crop Tour last week said they expect yield and production to decline more than originally expected. The Pro Farmer Tour forecasts U.S. corn production in 26-27, 15.344 billion bushels on yields of 173.2 bushels an acre. Farmers last year produced 17.021 billion bushels and averaged 186.5 bushels an acre. So that's quite a bit of difference. The Ag Department earlier this month estimated production at 16.01 billion bushels on yields of 180.7. Soybean outlook for 26-27 marketing year was rosier as the Crop Tour forecast production at 4.5 billion bushels on yields of 53.3 bushels an acre, which, if realized, both will be records. They're having a pretty good year with soybeans. Output a year earlier, last year, was 4.2 on yields of 53 bushels per acre. Wheat was following corn to the upside in overnight trading through futures were already rising and ongoing attacks by Russia and Ukraine on the other shipping infrastructure. Corn futures for December delivery jumped 14.5 cents overnight on the Chicago Board of Trade to $5.23 a bushel. Wheat futures for December and delivery in Chicago gained 12.75 cents to $7.12 a bushel. Kansas City futures surged 11.25 to $7.83 cents a bushel. Man, getting close to that $8 mark. Soybean futures for November delivery fell 2.5 cents to $12.37 a bushel. Soy meal was up $1.20 to $3.27 a short ton, and soy oil plunged 1.84 cents to 67.74 cents a pound. Investors raised their net long positions or bets on higher prices in soybeans for in the 7 days that ended August the 18th, according to data from Chicago. Bullish positions and beans rose to 151,000 contracts last week, up from 109,000 the week before that, and that's the largest set position in 3 weeks. Speculators raised their net longs in corn to 181,692 contracts. That's up from 125,000 a week before, and the largest bullish position since May the 26th. In wheat, hedge funds and other large investment firms increased their bullish bets on hard red winter future contracts at 31,497. That's up from 25,000 a week before. And investors were less bearish on soft red winter wheat, reducing their net short positions on bets on lower prices to 25,000 contracts, and that's down from 33,000 the week before. All right, let's see what kind of weather's going on in our farm belt according to the National Weather Service. Thunderstorms, North Dakota, Minnesota. According to the National Weather Service, some locally heavy rain and lightning will be the main threats. Later this afternoon, golf ball size hail and winds gusting up to 70 miles an hour possible. Extremely hot weather is again forecast for much of Oklahoma. Heat indexes are expected to rise as high as 113 degrees in central Oklahoma. Scattered showers will fall in parts of eastern Oklahoma and northwestern Arkansas this afternoon. Storms may refire later on tonight. There you have it. All right. Today is the Oklahoma Cattlemen's Association happy hour. And right after this break, I got some information from the Oklahoma Cattlemen's Association. But before we take a break, I have a question for you on rodeo. And Elk City Rodeo annual 88th annual Rodeo of Champions is coming up September 4th, 5th, and 6th. And I got a pair of tickets today to give away for general admission for Saturday, September the 5th. But here's the bonus. A $50 gift certificate from Mountain Man's. Axe throwing and grub. How about that? $50. So see, you can come watch the parade Saturday, go eat at Mountain Man, and then go to the rodeo with a full stomach. Pretty cool. But $50, that'll go a long way at Mountain Man. So here is your question. Are you guys ready? See here. Where's it at? I got it right here. All right. The all-time money-winning roper at the National Finals Rodeo and in the PRCA history is who? And he's known widely as the King of Cowboys. I'm giving you a hint. But I also want to know who is it and how much did he win in his careers. 580-225-9697 is the Fowler Agency text line. Send me your name and your answers, who it is and how much money he's won in his career. He's known as King of the Cowboys all time. It's a good answer. So there you have it. If you just want to answer the question and play along and don't want to win these tickets, I'm sorry to my listeners up there in northwestern Oklahoma. If you want, you have to come here to Elk City to pick up the tickets. Sorry, they're all here. And but you can play and you can win if you want to come down here and get them. And you can pick them up by September the 4th before 4:30 that day. You can do that. So there we go. All right, let's take an OCA break and we'll be right back.
Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
A man called the shop and asked Lyle if they fixed tractor tires out in the field. Lyle said, yes, they did. The man asked if Lyle had a 710 70R38. Lyle said, yes, they did. And Lyle asked where the tractor was. Do you know where Crawford is? The man asked. Lyle said, yeah, he knew. Can you come today? Lyle said they could. And they did. All the way from Blair to the northwest corner of Roger Mills County. Lyle Shaw at Blair Tire and Feed knows you can get tires just about anywhere. All he has to sell is service.
Hey, John, got any vacation plans this summer?
Not yet. Why?
Because at Wendy Nissan, we're making it easy to hit the road during our Summer Day sales events.
With deals like what?
A 2026 Nissan Kick starting at just $24,455, up to $4,000 off new Muranos, and 0% financing for 60 months on select Rogues.
Well, that's enough to put anyone in a summer mood.
And with military and college graduate savings available, the deals just keep getting better.
Don't miss the Summer Day sales event at Wendy Nissan,
where everyone is family.
A generator is something that is out of sight and out of mind until you actually need it. Do you own a generator? Is it serviced and ready to provide backup power when you need it? A well-maintained generator gives you peace of mind during a power outage. Whether it's home or commercial, all generators need to be serviced regularly. Culver Electric provides reliable generator service all over western Oklahoma. Call today and discuss a service plan to fit your needs. 580-243-5846. See us on Facebook or go to culverelectric.net.
Are you in a bind and need some cash fast? Yes Finance in Elk City loves to say yes. They can help relieve stress with a loan up to $1,300. Most loans are approved in 30 minutes or less. Yes Finance takes pride in helping you get the money you need for any occasion. Go by the office at 1414 West 3rd Street in Elk City or apply online at localloangroup.com. Again, that's localloangroup.com. At Yes Finance, they love to say yes.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
This is the Elk City Livestock Auction Market Report for Friday, August 7th. 2,078 head were sold. 4 head of steers at $378 brought $505. 13 at $413 brought $465. 6 at $475 brought $475. 12 at $551 brought $410. 8 at $681 brought $335. 7 at $766 brought $342.50. 9 at $769 brought $340. 12 head of heifers at $427 brought $420. 4 at $469 brought $400. 5 at $483 brought $380. 7 at $490 brought $377.50. 3 at $675 brought $325. 9 at $733 brought $332.50. Butcher cows $80 to $176. Butcher bulls $170 to $236. Bred cows $16.50 to $4,500. Pairs $22.50 to $39.50. Elk City Livestock Auction 3202 South Highway 6, Elk City, Oklahoma. Sale every Friday at 9 a.m. To consign, call Brandon Hickey 580-497-6095.
Now back to more of Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
Well, everybody knows who's in the rodeo, but a bunch of answers are not correct. I'm shocked. There's some answers that are correct. I'm waiting for 2 more correct answers, but gotcha. All right, let's check out some weather out in the Texas Panhandle, brought to you by your Lipscomb dealerships here in Elk City and Sayre. Wellington, 101. Heat index, 98. Humidity, 19%. Dew point, 52. Winds are out southwest at 11 with gust up to 13. Peak wind gust today, 28 miles an hour. No month-to-date precipitation in Wellington so far. And 8-inch soil temperature is 93 degrees. All right, let's see what's going on with the markets here real quick. Currently, right now, Chicago, or in Kansas City, actually, September wheat is $7.55, down 1 1/4. December $7.71, down 1. Chicago wheat, December $7.04, up 5. Corn, September $4.95, up 12. December $5.20, up 11 3/4. Soybeans, November $12.26, down 13 1/4. January $12.40, down 13 1/2. Soybean oil, October, $66.99, down $2.50. Soybean meal, September, $3.22 even, up $4.30. And October, there it is, $3.24.70, up $4.20. And December, $3.30, up $4.30. Oats, December, $3.47, up 3 1/4. I'm dreading this. Yeah, I didn't got no better. Live cattle, October, $214.12, down $3.80. December, $214.82, down $3.67. Feeders, August, $334.12, down $62. September, $323.37, down $5.65. October, $317.87, down $5.77. November, $310.80, down $5.45. October lean hogs, $80.90, up 2 cents. See what oil and gas is doing. Maybe if it'll click over there. There it is. Oil's down today for October, down $2.12 at $84.94. Natural gas, September, $2.77. Basically unchanged. There you have it. Okay. Yeehaw is all I got to say. Talking about the Elk City Rodeo annual rodeo of champions. Again, 3 performances: Friday, September 4th, Saturday, September 5th, and Sunday, September 6th. They're all at 8 o'clock. Start time, 8 o'clock. PRCA rodeo action, everything for roping, riding, and steer wrestling, bucking broncs, and everybody's favorite, bull riding. Dr. Pepper Night is Friday, September 4th. Kids aged 12 and under get in free to bleacher seatings with a Dr. Pepper can. There you go. This year, new chuck wagon racing. Teams of horses fly around the figure eight pattern, racing to be the fastest. Who's going to win it? Jeremiah, are you getting into that? Jeremiah Campbell, you listening? Are you getting into that? So anyway, you can get your tickets online real easy at elkcityrodeo.com. And starting August 1st through September the 5th, you can get them at Circle A Western Wear here in Elk City, Barbara Dicing Ford, and you can get it at the ticket office at Butler Brothers Arena starting August 31st also. And you can buy them at the gate if you're willing to say they'll have any available. All right, let's see let me get to OCA. The day is OCA day, and where did it go? Bear with me a second here. Oh, you got to go to your email, and there it is. All right, biggest news since Friday has been President Trump and beef imports. And so the OCA put out a statement on it. As you know, President Trump announced Friday a plan intended to lower beef prices while, according to the president, helping ranchers rebuild the nation's cattle herd. OCA strongly disagrees with this policy and believes it will have the opposite effect. This afternoon, which was Friday afternoon, the OCA issued the statement below in response. Additionally, OCA has communicated directly with Oklahoma's congressional delegation to express our strong disappointment with the announcement and explain our concerns about the impact you have on Oklahoma cattle producers and efforts to rebuild the U.S. cattle herd. We also have been working to learn more about the specifics of President's announced plan. Thus far, very few details have been available. As of late Friday afternoon, the plan had not yet been finalized or formalized by executive order. So, here's what the OCA put out. President Trump's announcement today that the United States will allow up to 300,000 metric tons of imported product for ground beef. I want you guys to be very clear on this. It's ground beef, so it should be affecting more of our killer cow market versus our feeders and stockers. But knee impact. There we go. This is what we're getting. To enter without out of quota tariff for the next 90 days is extremely bad policy at exactly the wrong time for Oklahoma cattle producers. Oklahoma cattle raising families are already facing rising costs, worsening drought conditions, while the U.S. cattle herd remains at historic low levels. Late summer and early fall is critical time when producers are making major decisions about heifer retention, forage and feed resources, and calf marketing. These decisions will determine whether America can begin rebuilding its cattle herd. At the very moment producers need confidence to invest in rebuilding the American cattle herd, this policy injects uncertainty in the cattle markets and undermines the very producers being asked to rebuild it. On behalf of Oklahoma cattle producers, the Oklahoma Cattlemen's Association strongly urges President Trump to rescind this policy immediately. Instead, support policies that encourage American cattle producers to rebuild the nation's beef supply. So you guys want my 2 cents? Well, if you don't, too bad. You're going to get it. This is my 2 cents on the whole matter. The cattle market the board and the cash market have been coming down for a few weeks now, at least, minimum, because boys in Chicago on the board or whoever, they're playing with this. They've been playing with this. And I've seen stories out there where this is going to be 2015 all over again. And gosh, I hope it doesn't. Yeah, I mean, that was, out of all my personal deal, 2015 was my worst year as owning cattle. I mean, I worked for people back in the 80s that it hit rock bottom. Like you couldn't give them cattle away. So I see this is coming. That's just the rumors going around that this could be 2015. I don't see it. Number one, 2015, we didn't have a shortage of cattle, even coming out of the drought of 2010, 11, and 12. We weren't near this short. This is historically low cattle numbers right now. Number two, this President Trump's deal to bring in up to remember, it didn't say he's bringing in 300,000. It said up to 300,000 is hamburger. Okay. And we get a majority of our lean meat to mix in with our hamburger here from out of this country. Don't forget that. We get them from imports, lean cuts. So, and then you got, we're in a drought. We got water issues. We got a shortage of hay, especially out here in western Oklahoma and the Texas Panhandle. This is where the majority of the bad drought's going on in the United States right now. And we've had these big fires, especially up in Nebraska, Panhandle of Oklahoma, and thank goodness they've been getting rain up there. And it might not be the best deal, but they at least been getting some rain up in the Panhandle, and that's a major plus. And we haven't down here, but we didn't have that great big fire either. And a lot going on in the cattle industry right now. The only good thing I seen about President Trump opening his mouth Friday was all of the cattle associations are agreeing on it. So that's a good thing, because it's annoying that a lot of these cattle associations are so anti-checkoff, so anti-NCBA. And then on the flip side, you got these people that are so anti the other cattle associations. And it's a shame that cattle producers can't just come together and agree on something. Agree on this. We got McCool. McCool's been in social media and the news so much in the last 2 months. It's kind of, I'm actually sick of listening about it. And I've got my personal stance on it, and you got your personal stance on it, but I'm not going to dog you about it. And hopefully you don't dog me about it. I think we got bigger fish to fry in the cattle industry than McCool. Okay? That's just me. We got bigger fish to fry out here. We need to be working on genetics, and we need to be working on making proteins and feeds and all this other stuff way better, because we're growing the best beef we've ever grown in the history of the United States. In the last decade, it's got so much better than it was 30 years ago. We need to keep improving on that. And Americans are going to buy American beef if they want to. It's hard to get people in the urban areas like Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Kansas City, Chicago. They're not going to buy, let me back up. Only a certain amount of people from the big cities are going to buy homegrown beef. One, they live in apartments and they don't have freezers, or they live in houses, or they don't want to drive out here to a processor and pick their beef up. It's just as easy to drive down there to one of the grocery stores. And so what we need to do is we need to educate Americans on, let's take all this anti-McCool stuff or for McCool stuff time that you're putting on social media. Let's use that and educate American people on what they're looking for when they go to the store to get their beef. You can label it all you want. And I know I'm going to stir some feathers up on this deal. You can label that beef all you want, but I'm telling you, the American consumer going into Walmart or Sam's or Costco or whatever in Oklahoma City, they're going to go in there and they're going to say, that looks fresh, it's cheaper, blah, 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 each one of those deals. And they're going to buy that beef. And the last thing they're going to look at, if it's made in the United States or if it comes from Brazil or wherever. I'm telling you, you got to think like the consumer. That's what you got to do. Yes, we want them to buy American beef. Believe me, I'm not saying not to buy that, but there's other fish to fry in our beef industry. Now we got this. And with President Trump talking about that. And why does he want to cheapen the beef? You know why? Because right now the beef market is the only thing the government or the board or anybody else cannot control. Period. They don't have any control on it. So what are they going to do? They're going to open their mouth. And somebody's going to say, oh, they're opening the border today. Let's bring beef down $10 per hundredweight for today. And that's probably what's going on today. They're anticipating that border open. If you read the news, if you're got any common sense to you, if you read the news, they're only going to be bringing a few hundred head a day across that border. We're losing that many to the heat. So that should be bringing the price up, losing cattle to the heat, not worrying about what's coming across the American-Mexico border and screwworm and blah, 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 blah. So I guess my 2 minutes is up, huh? Let's take an OCA break and we'll be right back.
He loves talking about farming and ranching. Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
Hay wrap is what people use in their balers, the farmers, when they want to, baling up hay. It wraps it up. Is better than twine. So it's like one consistency, holds everything together, lasts longer, easier to cut off. Well, we started selling it because we got asked for it because nowhere around here to really buy it, the good kind of net wrap that we have. So we found a vendor that's good price, and now we carry it. Well, we've got it. Camrock is right south of Fred's Steakhouse in Elk City, Oklahoma.
Arc Energy in Elk City is expanding and has immediate openings for experienced ASME welders, a certified forklift operator, and entry-level hydro testers that they will train, offering competitive pay, plus medical insurance, paid time off, and matching 401k. If you're looking to work for an established, solid, and growing company, Arc Energy's it. Apply in person at 3114 South Highway 6 in Elk City or online at arcenergy.com. That's arcenergy.com. Arc Energy is an equal opportunity employer.
They don't want to hire you because your paper might say Oklahoma School for the Blind.
I was just completely homebound because I was always too afraid to go outside. I want to be a productive member of society, and that's what DRS has given me.
They offer you opportunities to getting a job, helping you learn how to advocate for yourself, find the best way to try living your life in the fullest way possible.
Oklahoma and DRS has been the biggest blessing in my life.
See me.
And not my disability.
First-time home buyers, they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the experience of previously owning a home. So I spend a lot of time with them, walking them through the process and explaining to them the requirements and things that are needed. I want to make sure that they understand that owning a home is a lot different than renting because you're going to have maintenance, you're going to have insurance, you're going to have taxes, and you need to be able to calculate all of that into your budget. I'm Joe Shepard, and I help make the difference at First National Bank and Trust of Elk City and Sayre.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Meet AgSense 365 from Valley. They've combined their best in-class remote irrigation management applications into one powerful platform. Easily manage everything from pivots to pumps and more, anytime, anywhere. All with AgSense 365. Contact Knutson Irrigation at 1-800-373-9325 today to learn more about AgSense 365, the most intuitive app for remote irrigation management. Online at KnutsonIrrigation.com.
You don't want to let your cotton set in the field day after day waiting to be gin. Now to better serve you, the cotton farmers in Oklahoma and the Texas Panhandle, Lone Star Gin has processed over 540,000 bales of cotton. They've got locations in Pampa, Texas, and now in Burns Flat, Oklahoma. Lone Star Gin has the ability to process over 2,400 bales per day. All they do is gin cotton. Go to LoneStarGin.com for more information, and you can find them on Facebook.
Kent Watkins here with SEI Agritech in Elk City, Oklahoma. We proudly offer the best feed and nutritional products to keep your herd thriving. From our Power Tubs and Power Cubes that are both DDG products, along with our Total Equine Horse Feed and Greater Gain Starter Feed. And please remember, we sell to Texas producers as well and welcome your business. Stop by or give us a call at SEI Agritech on South Randall in Elk City and let us help you find the best feed for your livestock. Follow us on Facebook for the latest updates.
Jimmy is all wound up and ready to go. Here comes more of Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Let's check out some weather in northwestern Oklahoma, brought to you by Lipscomb Dealerships here in Elk City and Sayre. Ford, Sayre, GM, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep here in Elk City. Check them out. You need to come down, Buy you new dually before you go to the rodeo so you look like a real cowboy. You get the 4-door one, you'll have the true cowboy Cadillac. So check them out. Ford, GM, or Dodge. Don't matter. They all look good. Arnett, home of the famous Lori Campbell, who's married to the not-so-famous Jeremiah Campbell. So 96 degrees, feels like 98. Heat risk is moderate. Dew point 63, humidity 34, winds are out of the northwest at 8 miles an hour. 43 100ths of an inch of rain in the last 10 days. 3-day average 4-inch bare soil temperature, 92 degrees. Sunset at 8:20. Sunny, 101 today. You're going to get there. Tonight, 71. Tomorrow, sunny, mostly, and 99 degrees. That's going to feel like a cold front coming through there, 99 degrees. Get the hoodies out. All right, clear a couple factors up here with you guys. Okay, I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. I am not a member of the NCBA. They don't pay me to talk about them or anybody else. And I am a member of the OCA, which is the Oklahoma Cattlemen's Association, and that's the only Cattlemen's Association I'm a member of. And why? Because I love the people at OCA. That's my bottom line. You ain't going to change my mind about it. So I do believe in the beef checkoff, and don't hate me because I believe in something you don't like. You guys know I talk about it from both sides, and good. What is that? Remedy. Anyway, I talk good about both sides. I let you hear both sides. How's that? But I tell you where I stand with it. But I believe in the beef checkoff, and you want to know why? Because for no more amount of cattle anybody sells through the sale barn or anywhere else at that amount per head, and for them using the beef checkoff uses it to promote beef, I think they're doing an awesome job. Big time job. And that's why the demand for beef is like it is today, is because the beef checkoff, I'm not saying they're 100% responsible for the good deeds, but they are a big percentage of the good deeds. They're everywhere. They're promoting menus. They're promoting recipes. They're at this, or they're at this, and they go state by state. And they're big plus in not necessarily putting the pressure on the medical world, but remember back in the 80s when red meat, especially beef, was bad for you? Now look at it. It's good for you. It's very good for you. So there we go. We're done with that. Let's check out the livestock reports from the Oklahoma Weekly Cattle Auction Summary. Total receipts last week, 19,401 compared to 21,877 the week before and 25,000 this time last year. Feeder cattle made up 82.3% of it. Slaughter cattle, 11.7% of it. Replacement cattle, 6% of it. Compared to last week, feeder steers over 900 pounds, steady to $2 lower. Under 900 pounds, $7 to $11 lower. Feeder heifers, $8 to $16 lower. Steer calves over 500 pounds, $12 to $15 lower. Under 500 pounds, $20 to $30 lower. Heifer calves, $10 to $20 lower. Demand was moderate. Slaughter cows, $5 to $7 lower. Slaughter bulls, $6 lower. The heat has taken a toll on all classes of cattle this week, with even slaughter cows and bulls trading sharply lower. As a reference point, 5-weight steers are currently trading at $4.28, down from an average of $5.09 just about 60 days ago. 8-weight steers are currently averaging $3.38 compared to $3.84 the week ending June 26. There you go. All right, let's go through a few of these real quick. I'm way behind schedule. Heavyweight, 2 weights, 200 pound weights, or unwinged were averaging 575. Weaned ones were averaging 586. 3 weights, let's go with some light threes here. Unwinged, averaging 541. Winged, averaging 551, so about a dime worth. Lightweight 4 weights, unwinged, averaging 488.77. Winged, averaging 448. Not a big test there. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Back up. We're averaging 448. So that's a little different there. 5 weights, light 5 weights, averaging 428. Unwinged 415. Average lightweight 6 weights, 387. Unwinged one's 369. There you have it. All right, let's see what happened in Texas. Here's the Texas weekly cattle auction summary. Total receipts 5,572 compared to 5,708 last week. 6,508 year before. Nope, sorry, 8,100 last year. Feeder cattle brought up 82.5% of that, slaughtered 13.2%, replacement cattle 4.3%. In Texas, compared to last week, steer and heifer calves were $5 to $15 lower. Yearlings not well tested last week for a trend. Demand was light to moderate on calves with drought-stricken pastures in the Panhandle. Good demand for a long-time yearlings going to feedlots. And slaughtered cows and bulls were $5 lower. There you have it. Okay, let's take an OCA break. We'll be right back.
Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
As a farmer or rancher, you're always looking for ways to save time and money. The Apache Hay Wagon from Everett's Welding in Visay, Oklahoma will help you do just that. The Apache Hay Wagon eliminates 80 to 90% of hay waste with its unique design. It hauls multiple bales, saving you time and money. Go by Everett's Welding today and ask to see the Apache Hay Wagon. You'll be glad you did. You can also visit them online at everettswelding.com.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
It's known as the thief in the night. A lack of cattle mineral can lead to decreased weaning weight, small, weak calves, and severely compromised health. Don't let a gap in your feeding program rob your herd performance. Stop by Farmers Union Co-op Gin at 720 South Main in Elk City and pick up a bag of Purina Wind and Rain Storm Mineral today. That's Farmers Union Co-op Gin, 720 South Main in Elk City, 580-225-0191.
You want to start your own business and do something you love. It's exciting, but you've got a lot on your mind. Will customers buy what you're selling? What about overhead costs? Do you have the money to get started? Plenty to consider before jumping headfirst into this thing you love. It just so happens that helping people start and grow a business is something I love. I'm Kyle Killoffer at Great Plains Bank in Elk City, member FDIC. People tell me I'm a good listener. When you're ready to start your business, come tell me about it.
Every farmer and rancher knows nutrition is key when it comes to getting the best out of every animal. High Pro Feeds has built their reputation on providing the best nutrition possible. Their commitment to nutrition is unwavering. High Pro is a name you know and trust. Buy the best and get the results you deserve. Hobart Farm and Garden is your trusted High Pro Feeds dealer, providing quality feeds in bulk, bags, or sacks. Visit them online at hobartfarmandgarden.com.
Life insurance and annuity products offered through Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company. Property and casualty products are offered through Oklahoma Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance and affiliated companies.
I was impressed that he came to my barn. That is what I like, is service. Service says a lot. I have not even been to his office. My time is very valuable to me. I'm very busy. It's a 35-minute drive from my house to Mangum. I don't want to drive down there every time I need something. That's going to kill at least 2 hours of my day, and I don't have that kind of time to spare. So when I get in business with somebody like this that gives me that kind of service, I respect the job that they're doing, and I appreciate the service that they're providing to me. I'm ecstatic. I'm very glad. It worked out like it was supposed to. You know, I don't think I could have picked a better insurance agent. My name's Bandy Silk. My family and I farm and ranch in the Delhi community. I'm a fifth-generation farmer and rancher. I'm glad I've contacted Mickey Lively for my insurance needs.
Hi, I'm Mickey Lively. I'm an insurance agent with Oklahoma Farm Bureau. My office is located in Greer County. Call me anytime at 580-782-3827.
He loves talking about farming and ranching. Here's more of Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Let's head to Tipton, Oklahoma for your Hobart Farm and Garden Ag Weather Update for southwestern Oklahoma. 104, feels like 103. Heat risk is moderate. Dew point's 54, humidity's 20. The winds are out of the west at 11 with wind gusts up to 18. 3-day average 4-inch bare soil temperature 95 degrees. Sunset 8:15. 112 today, folks. 80 tonight and 108 tomorrow. You have all that. Hey, burn bans. I got a new updated list. It looks like Greer County has went to a burn ban. So here we go. You guys ready? Listen up in case this is in your area. Texas County and the Oklahoma Panhandle is under a burn ban, and so are these: Harper, Woods, Woodward, Major, Dewey, Kingfisher, Canadian, Custer, Ouachita, Caddo, Grady, Harmon, Greer, Jackson, Kiowa, Tillman, Comanche, and Cotton counties, and Jefferson and Stevens County. You're under a burn ban. Here's some counties in my listening area that are not under a burn ban: Payne, Noble, Kay, Grant, Garfield, Alfalfa, Blaine, Beckham, Roger Mills, Ellis, Beaver, and Cimarron. Texas Panhandle, you're all under a burn ban, county-wise. There you go. So the other day I mentioned something about a prescribed burn, even under a county burn ban. This is from John Weir from OSU. Yes, you have to turn in a copy of a fire plan into the local fire department. They have 72 hours to comment or not approve it. Then you need to contact the sheriff before you burn and have a copy of the fire plan with you when you burn. There you have it. This is a prescribed fire, so you're going to have to get with the prescribed fire burn association to get one of these fire plans, I'm sure. So we have them. Google it. We got it. The outlook is not good for, according to the Oklahoma Forestry Service, but we don't have anything that's actually, we got elevated fire, possibility of fires in southwestern Oklahoma today, but no red flag warnings or nothing like that in western Oklahoma or the Texas Panhandle. There you have it. All right. Oh, I wanted to share this one response from one of my favorite listeners. How's that? Bear with me a second here. Your president said people in South America need money, but biggest beef producer is JBS in Argentina that has land in Brazil and packing plants, which were Swift Corp here in America. So he's going to help him cause of our shortfall and not the American farmer cattle in South America. Never seen a cattle truck. They walk their cattle from wherever they're at into the packing plants down there. And then the meat goes on ships. And so don't tell me he helped the little man in South America. I've seen it there before. She's been down there. I understand. Yep. There you go. Okay. We do have a winner of the tickets to the Elk City Rodeo on Saturday, September 5th, and the $50 gift certificate to Mountain Man Action Throwing and Food Deal. So congratulations. I notified them. So here's the correct answer. If people want to know, the all-time money winning roper at the National Finals Rodeo and the PRCA is Trevor Brazil. However you say it. Brazila? Whatever you know. Known as the king of the Cowboys. He amassed over $7 million and career earnings, with a massive portion of the total cleared directly on the dirt at the Thomas Mack Center during the NFR. While he competed across multiple events to win a record 26 PRCA World Championships, including 14 all-around gold buckles, his dominance was disciplines are entirely roping and based. So there you go. He was also involved in tie-down roping, team roping, and steer roping. But anyway, $7 million to ride a horse and rope. Get you some of that. How about that? All right, what time is it? Okay, here we go. Mice. There was a really interesting article came out in Successful Farming, and it's titled, it caught my attention, the title did, so that's why I looked into it. Mice may drive Lyme disease more than deer. How about this? And poor little mice. For more than 3 decades, researchers have been tracking ticks, mice, oak trees, and other wildlife in the forest. Their latest findings challenge some long-held assumptions, including the idea that deer are a major driver of Lyme disease risk. Researchers at the Carey Institute of the Ecosystem Studies, a nonprofit environmental research group, found that white-footed mice, not white-tailed deer, are closely linked to the number of young black-legged ticks, the life stage more likely to infect people with Lyme disease. A year with a large mouse population was followed with about 40% increase in the ticks the following year, ones with the diseases. But more mice don't necessarily means a higher percentage of ticks carry Lyme disease bacteria. Researchers initially expected the two to rise together, but the white-footed mouse are especially good at transmitting the bacteria to ticks. Yum. What's scary is I looked at the Lone Star tick populations across the United States, and what's scary is Oklahoma and Arkansas and all of eastern Texas have the most reported cases of ticks. They're almost shaded out. Not out here in far western Oklahoma, especially southwestern Oklahoma, but Roger Mills has reported cases of the Lone Star tick. And so anyway, Oklahoma and Arkansas, that's not something to be proud about, right? It really isn't nothing to be very proud about. Okay, let's see here. So get them cats, kill those mice. So I can tell you about my little episode about 4 o'clock this morning. I got a screened-in front porch that I keep the cat food and the dog food in buckets on, and I let the dogs out to go potty, and the little screen door was open a little bit, and I didn't think much about it. Golly, all hell broke loose. There was a coon on the front porch enclosed, only 2 directions to go, in the house or out that little opening that the door is. And there was 5-gallon buckets flying, parts off my grill flying. Luckily, my dogs mind me really well, and I got them called off and back in the house. And I went back out with the little 17 to rehome the raccoon, and he was already gone. He said, I don't need to eat here. The waitresses weren't very friendly with that deal. So, yeah, exciting times on the farm. Man, all I see in the news on everywhere is cattle producers, lawmakers condemn Trump's new beef import plan. I'm on board with that. Either that or just keep his mouth shut, something. And so tonight I'm going to do some investigating of my own. I'm going to see, there's a lot of deals about opening the borders. You know, they couldn't set on those cattle down in Mexico. So they built that big feedlot, which is the largest feedlot in the world now, not the United States. And they've been processing that. I'm going to check the beef imports from 2023, 24, 25, and see if there's nothing going on. Box beef imports in 2026 also from Mexico, to see if my theory's right. And I really think it is, because they just couldn't set on that beef. So we'll see. And we do not know where the beef's coming from that Trump is talking about. We get a lot of beef from Australia, also Brazil, Argentina, and not a humongous bout, and somewhere else, New Zealand, and some from Mexico, and Canada. So anyway, I'm going to do some numbers for you tonight. Coming up tomorrow, Brandon will probably be on tomorrow, and then Wednesday I got Tiffany from the 580 Cattle Conference that's coming up this week. She'll be on. And what else? Lots going on this week. Hope you guys enjoyed the show today. It's The Day in Ag with Jimmy Clark, brought to you by First National Bank Trust of Elk City and Sayre. God bless everybody.